Keyon Edwards. I got started in the industry of network marketing in July 2018. So it'd be 2 years coming up. I got started when I first got invited to a meeting from a lady off of Instagram, and one of the weirdest things ever. She invited me out, and I went to a hotel not too far from where I was currently staying. And when I went to the event, it was a whole bunch of black people. They were celebrating each other, real cool, and they was just hyping. They was talking about how you can get rich, how you can get the car that you want to drive, and all this crazy stuff. And I thought it was a scam, okay? Thought it was a scam. I never heard of anything like this before, okay? But I seen certain industries that were designed like this, okay? So for everybody on this call, if you have no clue of what network marketing is, or you cannot explain network marketing, I want you to imagine the difference in advertisement, okay? That's all it is. It's just a difference in advertisement, right? So when you see a commercial, most of the time that commercial, they put a lot of money into that commercial. They put a lot of money into literally you seeing their product, and they want to sell their product, okay? This industry doesn't put a lot of money into that, okay? A lot of this industry puts more money into the people that are promoting, okay? That is how you explain network marketing. You need to understand there's a difference in promotion, okay? You're not going to see, Mary Kay having commercials. You're not going to see Amway with commercials. You're not going to see I Am Master Academy with commercials. The commercial is your word of mouth, okay? The commercial is your word of mouth, okay? And it builds from there. Now, this is the largest industry in the world. There's no other industry bigger than the network marketing industry, okay? There's no other industry bigger than this. The movie industry, the football industry, you can look this all up. Cam Newton doesn't even make what Bryce makes. Cam Newton doesn't even make what David Imonitie makes, okay? When they sign these contracts, some of these rappers, they definitely don't make as much as these industry network marketers make, okay? So I had a goal when I got in. I was going to do absolutely whatever it takes, and I was going to get there and blah, 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 blah. And I haven't given up these past 2 years. Every single day I've thought about my business. Every single day I've done something, just a little tad bit towards my business these past 2 years, almost about 700 days now, okay? Now, I was looking at, okay, how can I take myself a little bit more serious this year? How can I take what we're doing a little bit more serious? How can you take these lives more serious? Now, when you're talking about you want to be a leader, specifically, how can this organization become a chairman organization, right? When I say chairman organization, it doesn't mean I'm chairman. It means that we're constantly producing more and more chairmen, okay? We're constantly producing six-figure earners, okay? Now, I set a goal. Okay, my sister's birthday is September 23rd. I said there's a strong feeling for Chairman 25 by September 23rd. 90 days after that, there's a strong feeling for Chairman 50 by December 31st. And I had to really think, why was I saying stuff like that? And you just got to do it. You got to think much bigger, much faster. And how can we go chairman, right? This is a career. This is a career that I decided to take. So I'm going to have to do it, right? I can't BS the process, right? And I can't half tell you guys something and tell you that it's going to be easy. Understand? Most people say that things has to be slow and steady, and then you win. No. That's not how this works. Success loves speed. That was the first thing that my mentor told me when I first got in. She said, success loves speed. So why are you waiting for someone else to tell you what to do? It shouldn't happen. If you want to go chairman, you got to go chairman, okay? You say you want to go chairman, you have to literally go chairman. He said, will it be easy? No, it will not be easy, right? It would not be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be doing it. You look at, it's over 250,000 people inside of this company today. Only 10% built the business. Less than 10%, only 1% of them are chairman. Let me say it again. Out of 250,000 people inside of this company today, only 10% decided that they want to become independent business owners and go promote this business. We have an amazing product, so everybody doesn't want to promote it, okay? Now, only 1% of them get to chairman. That's amazing. All right. Only 1% out of 250,000 people get to the rank of chairman. I said, wow, what literally makes them different is because they're not doing what's easy. What's easy to do is hard to live with. Okay. What's hard to do is easy to live with. So you do the hard work now, eventually you're going to be in a really, really set space. This industry is not for everybody. It's definitely for the somebodies. Okay. This is not for people to say, oh, I want to do this. No, no, no. This is for the somebodies. So if you're BS, you BS your whole life. I'm telling you right now, this is industry that's going to whip you in shape. Okay. Because one thing I've noticed about different platforms that people quote unquote are winning in, it only tells them their likes. It doesn't tell them their dislikes. This is the only industry where in most of the time you get more dislikes. Right? You go on Instagram, they're influencer, quote unquote. All you see is their likes. You don't see how many people dislike them. Okay? So what does that mean? They had to expose themselves to more and more people so they can get more likes. This is the same way in this industry. You have to expose yourself to more and more people so you can get some likes. Okay. Now, you can only learn from action. Many of you went to college. You weren't in certain positions to where you watch your professor go out here and build a business. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't college. You're watching the people that you're seeing, you're listening to every single day actually build the business that you desire to build. You're not listening to a professor teaching you and telling you how to build a certain business, and they never even done it. They're not even leaving the classroom. You got people that are going to be in the trenches with you that are actually going to show you how to do exactly what they've done. That is the real classroom. Okay. Now, starting off, you need to understand that you have to learn from the action, learn from every single thing. I made sure that I studied the people that came before me. I made sure that even if I don't like some of these people, I tell it, I don't like everybody I'm with. I don't like everybody I come across. It's not about me liking that person, okay? It's about me literally studying some of the characteristics that they have. Make sure you're writing this stuff down. You need to be writing. What you should have wrote down is you learn from action. You learn from the action that these people are taking to get to where they want to go, okay? Now, the biggest part of what I've seen in this industry is events, okay? It doesn't matter what you're selling, okay? It doesn't matter if I'm selling tea. It doesn't matter if I'm selling, it don't even matter what I'm selling. Events run everything. Events will push your business, okay? The second thing that I've seen is sacrifice, okay? It's sacrifice. You have to make sure that you are the one that you're in a space of sacrificing, okay? Many of you say you want to go chairman. You really don't want to go chairman because you don't want to stop partying, okay? Many of you say you want to go chairman, but you really don't want to go chairman because you got this girlfriend, you got this boyfriend, you got these distractions that are taking you to another level. And the frequency that that person is on is not on the same frequency that you want to be on. You got these friends that are bringing you down. When you say, I want financial success, they say, well, maybe you need to bring it down here. Why is everybody doing that? Right? And it's really not everybody doing it. Right? You got these different things that are putting you in a really, really bad position. Most people, what they do is they go around and they watch television. They sit down and they go watch television. I don't even remember the last time I turned on the TV. I don't even remember the last time. And last time I turned on the TV is when my sister said, listen, can you flip to this channel? Can you put on YouTube Kids? That's the last time I even freaking turned on the TV. But nobody wants to go tell a vision. Television, tell a vision. That is the focus of what we got going on. We're actually telling a vision, right? Belief, leadership, and action. Write this down. Belief, leadership, and action. Out of every leader that is making over $100,000 a month, you're going to see those three characteristics: belief, leadership, and action. Those are the three things. Those are the three things that you want to attach your life to. You want to attach your life to, okay? We're going to go deeper, okay? We're going to go deeper. Write this down. What you do good your team is going to do half as good. What you do bad, your team is going to do twice as bad. Okay? What you do good, your team is going to do half as good. What you do bad, your team is going to do twice as bad. Okay? I try to make sure I'm more consistent. Okay? Try to make sure I'm doing certain things in the right way. Try to make sure I'm not showing the weaknesses, right? We'll show the weaknesses. Everybody's going to do it a little bit differently, right? You have to understand your posture as a leader. You have to understand the route, the time, the steps that you're going to take. I've made these different mistakes, okay? I've made some of these different mistakes. So that's why I'm making sure that you all understand, okay? What you do good, your team is going to do half as good. What you do bad, your team is going to do twice as bad. And what you want to focus on, there's three things you want to focus on, is what you call the 3 P's, okay? The first P is prospecting, okay? A lot of people think prospecting is it, that's it. No, it's not just prospecting. It's a certain way that you prospect. And we're going to go over the 21st century way, the 2020 way of how we prospect now. But prospecting, understand that when you are prospecting, you're reaching out to the person. You're always, in agreement to, saying something about your business. You're always in agreement to say, this person I could help you get to the level that I'm eventually going to be on. I want you to be in my business, okay? Understand that your capital is people. When you're talking about chairman, your capital is people, okay? So you have your warm market and you have your cold market. If you all are listening to the audio of the month, you definitely have an understanding of what a warm market and a cold market is. Now, if you don't, I really, really suggest that you get on that audio, okay? The warm market your warm market is when you're dealing with people that are around you, okay? I'm not around, I'm sorry. When you're dealing with people that you already know, okay? You got your mom, you got your dad, you got your sister, you got your cousin, you got people, you got your friends, you got your homegirl, you got your girlfriend, you got your boyfriend, you got people that are around you. That is what you call your warm market, okay? These are people, listen, most of the time, you all probably think that you talk to your warm market, right? Some of y'all haven't, right? I know I try to stay away from my warm market. They piss me off every single time, okay? So you got your warm market, right? And then you also have your cold market. These are people that you don't even know. These are people that you're DMing. These are people that you're reaching out to. You don't even know a lick of their name. You don't know anything about these people, but that they have a social media. They could be a catfish. They could be you could be in a position to where you meet this person at the mall. This person could be your waiter. This person could be the person in your car. Okay. You have to understand the difference so you can understand the response. Okay. You don't respond to everybody the same. You don't respond to your warm market and your cold market at the same kind of way. It's a way that you switch it up. And we're going to go over that. Okay. It's a way that you switch it up. Your warm market is the most important market. Your warm market is where your real confidence is going to come from. Okay. Because if somebody in that warm market, it doesn't even matter. I want everybody, go ahead and do yourself a favor right now. Go ahead and open up your phone right now. Open up your phone. Now, I don't know if it's not an iPhone, I don't know another way. Open up your phone right now. Scroll all the way down and go to your contacts. Go to your contacts. Scroll all the way down. And I want you all to type in the chat how many contacts that you have. So when a person tells me, I don't know anybody, I don't know too many people, I know that you're lying. Come on, go to your contacts, okay? 400, 300. So we got some P5000s on here. We got some Platinum 2000s on here. We got some Platinum 1000s on here, okay? We got some Platinum 1000s. We got somebody almost at Chairman 10, okay? That is your warm market. Those are people that you get in and you get them in a space in agreement. You're probably going to be a little bit more confident because these are your people, right? They knew you when you was broke, right? People say it all the time. I want a girl or I want a dude that know me before I was rich, right? That's how it works, right? But here's the thing. Your warm market is not going to get you rich. What's going to get you rich is your cold market. What's going to get you the he changed my life, she changed my life is the cold market. Okay. When you're dealing with your cold market, you're dealing with people on social media. You're dealing with people that are out here. You know, you're walking past them, you're driving past them. Okay. You need to call it the 3 feet rule. If anybody is 3 feet in front of you, they're prospectable. Anybody. If anybody is 3 feet in front of you, around you, or in your area, they're prospectable. If you are in a space to where you're here's a line. Y'all make sure y'all writing this stuff down. Here's a line, right? Here's a line. If you're dealing with, what I write that down? If you're dealing with a waiter, I heard this from a multi-millionaire. He said, "I love your service. We'll make a lot of money together. What do you? I'm sorry." He said, "I love your service. We'll make a lot of money together in what I do." She said, "What do you do?" So it's not the time or the place. But if I sent you a video, would you be able to watch it? Okay. So we're talking about that. I'm leaving a waiter. I'm basically quote unquote prospecting the waiter, but I'm not telling her too much. Right. I'm just letting you listen. I love your service. Listen, what I do, you'll make a whole lot of money at it. What do you do? Well, it's kind of like a lot to explain. I don't want to explain too much, but if I sent you a video, okay, would you watch it? Or we just exchange? We exchange numbers. Make sure you write this stuff down. We exchange numbers. We exchange contacts, right? The new contact that I exchanged, ladies and gentlemen, I don't exchange numbers too much. I exchange Instagrams. Write this down. Your social media is your resume. How you show yourself on social media will be shown how serious people will take you. People will not believe you if you're not matching what your resume is saying. Your social media is your resume. That means that you all on point. You might have the Twitter, you might have the Instagram, you might have the Facebook. People look at those different things. Believe it or not, I promise y'all probably got started. Like, who is this DMing? Oh, he verified. Oh, they got, that is what people are looking at. So you want to make sure that you also growing in that area too, because I'm telling you right now, for some of y'all on here, you might be surprised in the next 10 years. I'm telling you, your social media is going to be way worth more than your degree. These people, they're not looking for, these people with degrees no more. They're looking for people with skills and talent. Social media has shown people with skills and talent they're like, wow. But social media has also shown people like, I didn't even know you was like that. But there are certain companies like, listen, I want you to be with me. I don't care what qualifications you're meeting. So that's why your social media has to be on point. I'm telling you, I know a lady, she got fired from The Real show. She was on the original The Real or whatever. She got fired from the show because she didn't have 1 million followers on Instagram. And that's how powerful this social media stuff is happening, right? It's called form. Write this down. Where are you from? Form. Where are you from? What's your occupation? What's your recreation? And what's your motivation? Okay? Where are you from? What's your occupation? What's your recreation? And what is your motivation? You're speaking to a person. I don't just want to know, do you want to join my business? That's not how we operate here. I'm trying to figure out how can I, number one, how can I be relatable? How can I relate to you? Okay? Listen, you cook? You're a chef? Wow, you dance? Okay. How long you been dancing? Okay. People love to talk about themselves. Write this down. People love to talk about themselves. You don't know what to say. Ask a person where they're from. Hey, you didn't I see you in Atlanta? Was you listen? One of my favorite lines right now is when I know I don't have no relations to this person, I DM this person. I let them know, wasn't you at one of my events? It pushes them to go look at my page. Like, what events is he talking about? You was at one of my events, right? No, I wasn't. Wow, man, you look so familiar. Man, I'm telling you, you look like one of the millionaires. You look like you could have made a lot of money with us. See, all them followers, you don't know, you not with what? You not with us? How did you get all them followers? And you don't do nothing? Oh, okay. All right. Tell me it works. All right. All right. Motivation. What motivates that person? You can tell what motivates them. You can tell what motivates a person by what trains them. Okay. What entertains you trains you. And I could tell by looking on your social media what you're entertained by. I can tell that you're entertained by fighting. I can tell that you're entertained by business. I can tell that you're entertained by chilling. I can tell that you're entertained by looking at, taking nice pictures. I can tell if you're a model. I can tell, listen, what entertains you trains you. So you got to know exactly who you're speaking to. You can't talk to a 17-year-old how you talk to a 50-year-old. It's not going to work. You got to make sure you're looking around and you're seeing and you're seeking, okay, this is a level of conversation that we can have here. Hello, sir. Now, what's up, bro? You want to join? No. It's a level of respect that you have to change with, okay? Always exchange contact, okay? Always exchange contact. Always exchange contact. Always exchange contact. Whoever you come in contact with, always exchange contact. Whether it's Instagram, Snapchat, something. You know what I'm saying? If a person say they don't have a number, what's your Snapchat? See, most people aren't comfortable giving out their Instagram, but people want their followers, though. It's so crazy. People want their followers. So they're, for fellas, they're a little bit more comfortable doing that. For ladies, on the safe side, you want to make sure you sending out your Instagram, right? You sending out your social media because you can easily block. Cool, you tripping, right? You want to stay in phase 1 and phase 2. All right, make sure you write this down. Phase 1. Phase 1 is going to consist of 90% of your time. All right, phase 1 is going to consist of 90% of your time, right? Phase 1 involves presenting the business, doing events, okay? Presenting the business, doing events, speaking to new people. This is what phase 1 don't require, okay? I'm gonna say it again. Phase 1 is gonna require 90% of your time. You're gonna require presenting the business. You're gonna have to present the business. You're gonna have to continuously do events, okay? Do events. You're gonna have to continue to be speaking, okay? To be presenting to new people. Phase 1 is not getting on calls, okay? A lot of times you can get caught up with getting on calls like these and you might feel like you're doing a whole lot of work. You're not being effective enough. That's not effective work. You're just, doing stuff, okay? Phase 1 does not include you getting on calls and webinars. Phase 1 doesn't include you getting on masterminds. Phase 1 doesn't include you spending a lot of time watching David. Like a lot of times people spend so much time when they listen to the audio, they think that listening to the audio is just them sitting there listening. No, you work and you do the same. Like you can be in phase 1 and listen to the audio of the month. That's where you want to spend 90% of your time, prospecting, putting everything in, right? Phase 2 is where you're going to spend 10% of your time, okay? 10% of the time that you're utilizing this business, okay? 10% of the time that you're utilizing this business is going to consist of phase 2, which starts with reading books, okay? Reading books, listening to audios, being on training calls, okay? Working with your team, okay? Now, this might be, a little bit advanced for some people that are on here. Still write it down because eventually it's going to happen. It's going to come, okay? Success loves speed, so it's definitely going to come. Working with your team. This is 10%. Read books and audios. Training calls. Working with your team. So if you're spending so much time, you know, on these calls, or you're spending so much time reading, and you're spending so much, listen, you're not going to get rich that way. Okay. Nobody get rich reading books. It's not going to happen. Okay. You can be the smartest person ever, but if you don't have any work ethic to back it up, like Holtenberg said, if you don't have any work ethic, don't get the mentality. Get the mentality that these millionaires have. Okay. Most millionaires, people spend all these hours at work, but when they leave work and they try to become self-employed, they won't even spend 8 hours doing the work. You talking about you want to be successful? I remember I talked to Chris Terry's bodyguard. Y'all don't know Chris Terry? He's the CEO of the company. His net worth is $850 million. Jalen remembers. We saw this dude. The dude looked like a bum. He like the brokest person in the room. His net worth was $850 million. He's about to be a billionaire. He's the brokest person in the room. But when I asked his freaking bodyguard how are his days, he said, "Man, we talking about 18-hour days. And I'm already at $800 million. So you got to train." See, some of you all, you got like this when they say 18-hour days. See, when you train your body, you're going to consistently do it. See, people are like, "Keyon, you waking up so early." I'm not waking up early. I train my body to get up this time. I train my body to have enough sleep. Okay. When you train your body to do something, you don't need that much sleep. You don't have to sleep 10 hours a day or 8 hours. Like, that's crazy, right? I don't need to do that. I'm missing literally probably a whole doggone day in 1 week and 1 week of sleep. Okay, so you want to make sure you're doing these different things, and you're prioritizing. You're making it efficient and effective, not busy work. Okay, efficient and effective. Check out this. Launching. The definition of launching. Write this down. The definition of launching is willing, capable, able to buy your product. The definition of launching is when a person is willing, capable, able to buy your product. You're in launch mode. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in launch mode. Every time you open your mouth about your business, you're in launch mode. You know that person needs it. They're willing. They're able. They're capable. I don't care if you don't have the money. You're willing, you're able, you're capable. I don't care. Listen, I've seen people come in here. As long as you can move and you can open your, it's no excuses. It's no reason why you're not doing what I'm doing. It's no reason. I don't care what you're doing. There's no reason why you're not doing what I'm doing. I don't care what you are doing. It's people that want to do what you do. You got to get so confident about it. Okay. You got to get people in that space, but you also want to be respectable. You always want to find out, what does that person do? Write this down. Find out what does that person do so you can help them do more of what they want to do. Okay? Find out what that person is doing so you can help them do more of what they want to do. If you want to be a photographer, cool. Okay? I want to help you become a photographer. Listen, I run a network marketing business over thousands of people inside of my company. We're talking about, we do events almost every single week. We might use a photographer. Come around, take some pictures. You come around, you take some pictures. Well, man, maybe this trading. Listen, if y'all don't know, Byron Smith, Platinum 5000, about to be chairman. He's a photographer. He had a billboard in Times Square. He's a real photographer. He's not even a trader. But he wanted to do more of what he wanted to do, so he got invited into this. But now he's saying, look, I love what that bill. Okay. So how can you help people do more of what they want to do? Okay, you want to travel more. Let me help you travel more. You want to pay off school. Okay, let me help you pay off school. You don't like your job. Listen, if you don't like your job and you tell me you don't like Forex, I'm going to let you know, listen, there's unlimited income over it. I'd rather you not like Forex and still do it than work at your job and still do it. Okay. Successful people, Oprah, Bill Gates, all these, LeBron James, they say that in order for it to be a master, you have to put over 10,000 hours in it. Okay? In order for it to be mastered, people always ask, how is it so easy for a person to go out here and go get a person? They've probably been mastered. They put over 10,000 hours in it. So you got to make sure you're working up to that 10,000. Now, 10,000 hours sound like a lot to you. You're tripping. You're not ready for success. You're not ready for it. Because here's the thing. I posted something today. I said, you're not doing it to learn it. I said, you're doing it enough so you'll never mess up. Don't do it enough to learn it. Do it enough to where you're in a position to where you can never mess up. Okay? The only reason why people are making the kind of money that they're making is because they get more no's than you. Strive to get more no's, okay? Get more no's. My mentality is a no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. Every person that's told me no, some of these people, I think they're on a call right now. Some of these people, they told me no before. Okay? No, ain't nobody told me no. But I'm telling you, people that told me no, they joined my business. Allow my business to make thousands and thousands of dollars in business. Okay? If you get them to show up, we will get them to sign up. Now, here's the thing. We're going to move on to the next P. And the next P is presenting. Okay? Presenting. This is where the 10,000 hours comes in. This is where you would get better at saying what is for it. See, you got to get better at speaking, okay? Before you get better at speaking, you got to get better at listening. Before you get better at speaking, you got to get better at listening. Listen, I want to share this. These are for the leaders. I've never shared this before. Listen to me. I've never shared this before, but this is something that I got when I kept saying I want to go chairman, and it came to my mind. It was like, if you want to go chairman, you're going to have to do certain things a little bit different, okay? You're going to have to do network. You have to do networking, okay? So there's some people on this call, each and every last one of y'all, you said, I want to listen to this stuff about how you go talk to people. But believe it or not, like we said, over 90% of the company doesn't want to do all that talking stuff. Cool, I'm going to do it for you. Here's the thing, for my leaders on this call, I don't care if you got one person in your business, you need to understand this. Your leverage is your cold market. Listen to me. Your leverage is your cold market. So there are probably people in your business that you didn't know that was in you didn't know them before being in your business. So what does that mean? That means that we need to get into their warm market so that warm market would now be your cold market. How can we do that, Lynn? How can we do that, Jalen? How can we do that? Deja, how can we do that, right? This is what we got to do. And I didn't know why I didn't get it. I heard it so many times when they say, build that list of 50 and do all these different stuff. But I didn't understand actually how to do it, okay? So if I get a person signed up and we're talking about they get a list of 50, they get that list of 50, and that person says, you know what, Keyon, I want the two types of people. This person says, you know what? I want to build my business. I want to go chairman. I want to do everything in my power. I'm going to listen to you. Keyon's going to say, you know what? Let's do it. I'm ready. Go ahead and build that list. Leaders, listen. I never even said this stuff before. Go ahead and build that list of 50. As soon as that person builds that list of 50, you know what we're going to do? There's a phase that Jalen reminded me of. Okay, there's these phases. The first phase is, I do it for you. When that person says, I want to go chairman, we need to be in the space of, I do it for you. What does that mean? They have that list of 50. What are we going to do? I'm taking out an hour. I'm taking out 2 hours. And we're going to call every last one of those people. Okay? We're going to call every last one of those people. If they don't answer, we're going to text them. They don't text back, we're going to call them again. Yeah, here's the level of intensity that we have. That we just never know who we're talking to. See, if somebody puts in front of my face 50 people, and I don't take advantage of 50 people, what's 50 times 10? 50 times 10 is what? Freaking 500? That's chairman. I think it's 50 times. Yeah, it's chairman. And I don't take advantage of that. That's a problem. Right? So every person that joins your business, I want you to go ahead and think about it right now. Leaders, if you have a person inside of your business, every person that's inside of your business, those are potential people. See, here's the thing. A no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. I barely hear a person say, I don't want to do Forex. 95% of the time, when a person doesn't sign up, it's not that they don't want to do it, it's that they don't have the money. So what does that mean? A no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. I'm going to show you guys something at the end of this on how we're going to do it. So if a person gives me, watch this. If a person gives me their list of 50 and we're on the phone, we're calling them, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, this is blah, 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 right? I'm on the phone with this person. I'm explaining the business. I'm explaining what we got to do. As a leader, you got to know whether you need to lead them over into the presentation, or you can actually close them out on 3-ways. I'm telling you right now, I've closed people out on 3-ways. Right? It happens. It happens. We close people out on 3-ways because here's the thing. Here's why you can close a person out on 3-ways. Now, some people, they got a little shaky on that one. Here's why you could close a person out on 3-ways. Okay, listen to me. People already know exactly what Forex is. They just want to know who they're going to join with. Or here's the thing. People don't give a about what Forex is. They know exactly that it's real, that they're doing something good, but they want to know who they're going to join with. So sometimes you don't need to lead them over into, oh, let's get you on a presentation with this person. Sometimes you don't have to necessarily do it. And I'm just being honest. You don't have to necessarily do that. So when you get that person on the 3-way and that person says, you know what? Yeah, okay. We're having a good conversation. I can finally ask you what day you want to get started. What's the date for you to get started? On a scale of 0 to 10, where would you rate yourself on being able to get started today? And if that person says 8, I say, okay, what is it? What do we need to do to get you those 2 points? What's those missing 2 points? Well, I don't have the funds right now. Okay. Well, if you don't have the funds, what date do you think you will have the funds? Oh, I have it on this date. I'm going to show you all what we need to do. Leaders, this is what we need to do. You need to set these reminders. That person say, boom, I want to get started on this date. We're going to set these reminders. Click, next person. Because we understand that person is already going to get started on that day. We understand that the business is working 30 days at a piece, 90 days a piece, right? So your business is not going to show up really until 30 days from now. So what you're doing right now is not going to necessarily manifest 30 days from now, okay? So we understand that. Now, get them on the 3-ways or you get them on a presentation. Now, if a person says, well, man, you know, I don't feel like I got to do a little bit more research. I got to do, you know, it's a lot of people like that. I got to do more little research kind of people, and it's okay. Okay. Well, what are you doing at 7 o'clock tonight? Oh, you're free? Listen, I got something for you. Really private, totally free. It's going to be free tonight. I'll make sure I get you access and all the passwords to one of our highly trainings tonight, webinars, really with some 6-figure earners, incredible stories. A lot of people are going to be on there. So at 7 o'clock now, I'll make sure I send you the link and everything. Just go ahead and download Zoom Cloud Meetings, okay? All right, bet. Boom, 30 minutes before, I'm sending them the link, right? They get 10 minutes before, I'm making sure they own it. Boom, they on the call. Bet. Now, we getting on the 3-way right after they get off the call. What did you like best? Well, it kind of made sense now because I saw a visual. See, I'm a visual person. See, I hear it all the time. I'm a visual person. So I kind of, okay, cool. On a scale of 0 to 10, what would you rate yourself on being able to get started? See, this stuff, it's repetitive. It does the same thing. You just got to make sure you're keeping up with the dates and how many people you're talking to, right? So if I do that for 50 people, it's really rarely that I hear a person say they don't want to get started, y'all. I'm serious. I'm just being honest, okay? Woo, drop a 1 in the chat if y'all with me on that one, okay? Getting a lot of stuff. All right, with me, okay. Make sure you're writing this stuff down, please. I know I'm going kind of fast. It's a level of professionalism that you have to have in your business. Listen, there is a level of posture. Write that word down. Posture. Okay. I don't think I know how to spell it, but posture. Okay. Posture. There's a level of posture that you need to have on your business. When you're dealing with your business, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to these different events, understand when you go to these different events, you can't put yourself in a position to where you're not showing up suited and booted. You can't put yourself in a position to where you're giving room for somebody to judge. And when I say judge, I'm not talking about you got to have a Gucci on, you got to have a this on. You got to let people know that you're here, you mean business. When somebody says my name, they understand that I mean business. Because when I show up to my events, I'm going to make sure that I show up to my events on point. I'm not going to show up to my events, looking any kind of way. Sometimes I probably have, right? And I apologize, okay? There's a posture that you're going to need to have. Some of these events, I've seen people, they go to events and they think it's smoke time. It ain't smoke time at your business meeting. It ain't chill time at your business meeting, okay? It's chill time another time, right? It's not right now, not in front of the people that I want to join my business and become 7-figure earners. It's just not going to happen right there. Because here's the thing, you're going to create a stigma of where people don't even want you to be around them, yo. I've seen it happen a lot. I've seen girls, they talk to people any kind of way, and you they upline, you in their business, and they like, I don't even want to meet this person. Meet this person. I don't want you to meet her just yet. We gonna put her I want you to meet this person, right? So you're putting that stigma on yourself, and you don't want to do that. So that's why you have that kind of posture to where somebody is able to receive you. They know if this person is black, and they're not going to have a problem. If this person is gay, you're not going to give some kind of stigma off. If this person is this, if this person has a disability, they know that you're going to give some kind of maturity. That's why your posture has to be on point. That's why you have to be in some sort. If I have my mom and I want to introduce my mom inside of this business, and you don't at least have a suit and tie on, and you're on a Zoom, that's a problem. If your background is not even clear enough, if I see your background and your background is, look crazy, got people, kids, and running all over the place, that's a problem. Because you're letting me know, you already giving me a signal that you don't take your business as serious. Write this down. How you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. And it's not going to change. If you have but yourself to a Zoom, you're going to have but yourself in my business. You're going to have but yourself to text me back. You're going to have but yourself to even give me the opportunity that I need to be successful. That's why people are probably not joining your business. Because of how you do anything is how you do everything. So they look at the big picture. Let's move on. I get more no's than you. Person gets more no's than you. Okay? The person that's making more money than you, most of the time they get more no's than you. Their business get more no's than you. Okay? If a person says scam, it means nothing more than still confused about money. It means nothing more than still cooking at mom's. It means nothing more than still cooking at McDonald's. It means nothing more, okay? Scam is literally, I don't even know why people say that stuff, man. When I had kids and they say the word scam, I'm popping them in their mouth like they cussed. Like, don't say that around me. That's broke people language. We don't want to hear that no more, okay? Keep moving. So I got the 2 P's. The first P was prospecting. The second P was presenting, okay? Second P was presenting. The team with the most presentations made the most money. AKA, I'm gonna rephrase it. The team with the most presentations in the most 3 ways makes the most money. The teams with the most presentations, the most 3 ways make the most money. Leaders, you heard what I said. You have to make sure you're putting yourself in a position where you're getting everybody's 50 list of 50. What does that mean? Even if a person doesn't even want to build the business, still let me get your list of 50. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you how I literally text over 300 people. I didn't tell you guys this, but I had a Justin Owens, Chairman 100. He gave me a call. He said I need to do such and such and such and such. And I was like, okay, cool, I can do it. Like, I felt like he was kind of trying me a little bit. I was like, yeah, I can do that. I got 7 people in one day, right? Sent out a text. I literally got 7 people signed up in one day. Sent out a text, to a lot of people. Boom, just like that. Just like that, right? Some of those people, they wasn't even people that I knew. But I knew how to utilize. I knew how to leverage. I know how to text people. Hey, look, I got this going on. Listen, what are you doing? I know coronavirus is kicking your butt, right? Y'all type 400 people, 300 people. I'm going to show you how to utilize that stuff, okay? So a person says they don't want to build a business and they're not willing to get on a 3-way with you. As long as they just have their list of 50, you're in a position to where you can literally utilize that. A gentleman named Joshua Bolden, he joined back in 2018 in a business. That was my first time actually utilizing that. I mean, dude, he sent me a whole list. He was in the army training, yo. He sent me a list of 100 people. We signed them people up, right? Because I sent out a message. I was like, oh, this stuff works, okay? Let's move on. You got to get new faces on your call, okay? Like everybody says, you want to create new success stories. Create new success stories. We're in a position right now to where this business is moving to a level to where we're creating new success stories. Shout out to Katori. She, ladies and gentlemen, you got to make sure that people are telling their story. It doesn't matter if it's so simple. It can be so simple. But when I got on an affirmations call, I was about to cuss this girl out, but I thought about what I said this morning on the affirmations call and I didn't do it. It's simple stuff like that. People want to hear it, okay? If you take my product and you lost a pound, I want to hear about that pound that you lost. Not only is it going to make me, feel good, but it's going to make me know that I'm doing something good. So you want to make sure you're asking certain questions to receive a testimony. Any person that hits the platinum 150, you're a leader. I don't care. You can hit platinum 150, that means that you can also hit chairman. If you can hit platinum 150, you can hit chairman. Because when you hit platinum 150, you got access to at least minimum 150 personals. 150 people. Why? Because that person has leverage now. So what does that mean? That means that you're now becoming a leader. You're the leader that you want to become. That means that you can now get on a call. You can state your name. You can say you want to do this. You can say you want to do that. Right? You talking about you nervous. I'm going to push you. I'm a no excuse kind of person. When you try to tell me certain things like this, and leaders, you should be the same as that way. When a person try to tell you, well, I'm not this kind of, I'm a little blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean. And you got to make sure you letting this person know, listen, you can do it. People just need to hear that they can do it, yo. People just need to hear that. You could do it. You could be the best you that you could be. Why would you be afraid of people? How dare you? Get in front of this room and let these people know who's coming up. Introduce them. That's all you got to do, okay? You got to get out of your comfort zone. What's more uncomfortable to you is what's going to necessarily pay you the most, right? You want to continue to stay out of your comfort zone, right? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Listen, most people rather be in the casket at a funeral than be given the eulogy. That was dope. I didn't make that up. Most people would rather be in the casket at a funeral than be given a eulogy. That's how we got to push people to get out here, and we got to push people to go speak. We got to push people to go do certain things. But the first thing, remember, you got to remember the first level. The first level is I do it with you. Okay? That means you guide them through. You let them know exactly what to say. You let them know, hey, this is how you do this. And then we're going to go over later how you correct it. These are certain things that I've been learning, y'all. I'm telling you. All right. Last P. Y'all ready for the last P? Fight me up. Give me a number 2 in the chat for the last P. Number 2 in the chat for the last P. Last P. There we go. Last P is promote it. Promote it. I'm telling you right now, promoting your business, promoting your brand, promoting who you are, promoting what you're around, promoting what you are about. Promoting is your everything. Promoting is going to have you in a position to where you're able to pack out rooms. Promoting is going to have you in a position to where you're able to pack out calls. You all don't understand how many times me and Jalen and me and freaking and Parrish, me and Byram have been in rooms and literally nobody has showed up. We have been in spaces and calls where nobody has showed up. And the number one reason why is because we didn't promote it the right way. The number one reason why is because we did not promote it, yo. Jalen on the call, yeah. Right? Am I right, man? These people, we done did all. We said, come out. Come on, come to my meeting. Come on, let's go. I remember we used to stand outside of 112. We used to literally drag people inside. The security guards, they hated it. The whole campus hated it. I'm telling you, we used to stand at Clark campus and literally tell people, why are you not? See, back then you could say Forex. People didn't know what it was. You could be like, why are you not doing Forex? And the person would be like, well, and you can explain Forex to them. Well, if you listen, just go to this right here. Listen, it got so bad that if y'all know anything about the AUC, that's where all of these big teams started from. So you got Trade House, you got Capital Wealth, you got Retire Rich on one campus. Imagine you in a position where you got 3 different meetings at one place. That's how well we was promoted. What team you with? Oh, you would trade. Oh, okay, they in room 234. Okay, you with this person? All right, they in room with 235. That's how we used to rock. Oh man, I miss those days. That was really, really good days. That's how well we was promoting y'all. They knew exactly who he was. You knew exactly who he was. Listen, it got so bad, the people that was broke and didn't even have the money used to talk about us. Same way they do now. I'm telling you, most of these people, we used to promote so well. The same people that told me no are the same people that says, and they didn't tell me no because they didn't want to do it. They told me no because they didn't have the money. We promoted it so well, y'all, that they still promote us, that we made a name for ourselves. Those are the Forex people. Listen, people didn't even know what Forex was. And now people know exactly what it is, and they tired of hearing it. That's how well this company has done with promoting. You didn't even know what Forex was. There was no commercial about Forex. How did you hear about it? From word of mouth, because of promoting. Listen, you have to put yourself in a position, ladies and gentlemen. We have to utilize the space that we're in. The space that we're in, the universe that we're living in tonight is literally built around social media. It's built around using the internet. I have some big things planned. I was talking to a publicist and a PR yesterday, and they got some big plans on literally on what I should do when I get chairman. And I said I would definitely consider it, but it's really huge. He said, listen, I've watched these other chairmen. He said, I watched, even Chairman 500s. They're not doing what you could possibly be doing, Keyon. They're not doing some of the things that you could do for these people. I said, well, what are some of the things? He said, you have to utilize, number one, your public space on the internet as much. We have to utilize, it's a word that he used. I forgot the word. The word that he used was we have to utilize, I'll say social media. We have to utilize this social space. Once a person hit chairman, they need to be having an article in their local newspaper. See, here's the thing. Now we're a little bit more credible. Right? It's very easy. He said, once your person, you 18 years old, you 19 years, you 20 years old, making 6 figures, that person needs to be on your local television show. He said, I could do that for you. I said, cool, you might can, but I can also do it as well. Right? So we can figure out some people that can do that. Okay? Because we're becoming more credible and we're also promoting. But here's the thing, how does business work? We promote from event to event. Always write that down. Make sure you're writing this stuff down, y'all. You promote from event to event. Always. There's always going to be another event after the other event. Always. There's always, I'm telling you, it's always. Right now, it's a little bit weird for you all because you all are not, we on this, this Zoom stuff. I'm telling you, I didn't even like speaking on Zooms, right? I didn't like speaking on Zooms, but now we on Zooms, okay? We promote from event to event, okay? In February, there was a London event, okay? There was a London. Everybody's out there in London, right? Everybody, people's out there jumping around in London. They said, you know what? We're going to have another convention in Houston. It would have been in September. See, you promote from event to event. See, here's the thing. There are also little events. This Sunday, if you all are in the city of Atlanta, what we're talking about here is you're in a position to where you can now show up to some of these events. You can now show up to some of these events now. So what we're going to be talking about is presenting the business in person. See, some people, they need to get that business filled. We rent out a whole club so people could come out and they can see the presentation. That's really how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could chill. Y'all could see you can do traders training. You can get into the environment. You could feel the energy of a person at these events. But it's all about how well you promote your events. 5 M's. Write this down. More meetings means more momentum. More meetings means more money. More meetings means more everything. Okay? More everything. You start off small. You want to build your business to where you actually, it gets big. Okay? I can see myself on tour. I want to be on tour. I can't wait to go to the DMV and then LA and then Chicago, then Atlanta, then Mexico, then this place. Then I can't wait to do it. And here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it, though. If I do it, that means that other people gonna do it as well, because you're gonna do it for your business as well. I can't wait. Can't wait to put out this tour flyer. All right, Nigeria, here we come. Right. Matter of fact, we're gonna take 15 other people with us too to Nigeria, and that's what we're gonna do. And then while we out there, we're gonna build a school because we got the money to do it. We making $500,000 a month. We can just go ahead and build them a school, man. Stop playing. Listen, phase 1. And don't forget, we're going to build a school in our own community as well. Phase 1. Y'all wrote down the 5 M's? Okay. More meetings means more money. Now, when you're in the phases, there are phases for promoting. The first phase, watch this. There's a phase for building this business. When we're talking about being on that run, are we talking about a real run? From here to 90 days from now, my sister's birthday. My sister's birthday in September. Listen, my sister's birthday is in September. I need to be chairman 25 by then. 90 days after that, it's gonna be December. By the end of that year, by the end of the year, chairman 50. No excuse. I wouldn't dare. No excuse. So what does that mean? I got some chairman that's gonna pop. I got some chairman that's like, yo, let's get it, right? We got some chairman 25s. We got some chairman 50s. Okay. Believe much bigger, much sooner. Write that down. Believe much bigger, much sooner. Stop living your life little. It's too much out here. People have done it, yo. I've watched Bryce go from $5,000 a month to $500,000 a month. What reason should I give myself not to do it? What area in my life can I not get better at? If I've watched this gentleman go from 4 figures to 6 figures a month, 6 figures a month. Dude just got paid $125,000 today on a Good Friday. On a Friday. I don't even think, listen. Oh, I don't even want to get started. Listen, phases. You want to know how much David got paid? And it's not even about the money, but y'all can read that. That's on a Friday. Good little Friday. Y'all want to listen? Ivan Tapia makes $80,000 a day. Ivan Tapia is about 2.4. It's the highest paid industry in the world. Leadership is the highest paid industry in the world. Talking to people, yo, this stuff is, listen, Ivan Tapia saw this today. Y'all didn't know Ivan Tapia is David's upline. It's a Friday, dude just got paid. Listen, and here's the cool part about it. They're not even the most paid. I ain't got time, man. Residual. All right, phases. I get so crazy because I can see it. I can see it all being worth it. The late nights, the not partying, okay? I didn't even get to enjoy college how I wanted to because I was so busy trying to build my business. It was girls, I'm telling you, it was chicks. I'm like, look, I don't even like you like that because you didn't even sign up with me. They had to get cut off. I'm serious. Listen, phase 1.
No cap.
Listen, you can't even join my bit. Listen, our frequency is a little different. I'm sorry. Listen, I might find somebody on the 1%. Okay. I've tried to bring you there, but I might find, that's how you got, I'm telling you, that's how it's gonna be. Listen, Phase one. Phase one is going to be your 90-day run. Listen, this is how these successful people build a business. We're not building a business to get the chairman. We're building a business to get the chairman 500, to get the 750, to get the chairman 750. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. Why would I get to the NBA and not want to be on the Hall of Fame? Why would I try myself like that? Why would I not want to go down in history books? I want to go down in history books, y'all. If I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna do this thing, man. Listen, phase one is your 90-day run. You got to be on a 90-day run. That means that you're full on out doing the 3 Ps. You're doing the 3 P. You're doing the 3 Ps. If you're a lead on this call, don't get off. Please don't get off, because I got something to show y'all that's really, really important. All right, you're doing the 3 Ps. Full on out every single day, 90 days. You're making sacrifices. You're missing birthdays. Listen, you don't have to miss some birthdays. Cool. Because when you go chairman, every day is your birthday. You're going to have to miss some holidays. When you go chairman, every day is your holiday. Okay. Phase two. Phase two is events. Right? Is events. You're consistently going to events. Phase three is the post event. Now, here's the thing. When we're talking about events, we're talking about you're getting people to that event. My goal was for September. September. I wanted 500 people. I wanted 500 people in Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, my goal hasn't changed. We're gonna do a Super Saturday. Okay, we're gonna do a Super Saturday, biggest Super Saturday ever. We're gonna do several Super Saturdays. Okay, we might go to London. We might go to Florida. We might do certain things. See, the company don't mean that we're not gonna have one. Okay, just be prepared. I'm telling you, it's happening. So we're talking about 500 people at these events. When you listen, some of the top network marketers in the world says that every person that you allow to come to an event, a national event or a company event, what we're talking about here is $1,000 added extra to your income. If I get 100 people to my event, I'm a 6-figure earner. Seriously. That's what it means. Get 100 people to my event, I'm a 6-figure earner. When I was in Houston, and we got 50 people to Houston. Okay, got 50 people to Houston. About the next week or a week after that, we're talking about the business. It grew tremendously. Y'all wouldn't even believe how close Chairman was. Chairman literally, I would say, they would have had that promotion going on a little bit after. We're talking about Chairman would have got that week. Seriously, okay? Phase three, post-event. What's happening after that event? See, when you leave events, things happen 30 days after, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys, but understand that this is not going to happen just like this. See, I'm not speaking for right now. See, as a networker, you understand that I'm not speaking for right now. I don't even know if this call is going to work or if this call was effective until July 5th. To where I look in my back office and I see boom, 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 platinum 1000, and I see 10 platinum 1000s. That's when I know this call right here was effective. Well, I see the people that was on this call ranked up. That's how you got to know. But here's the thing. I'm not stopping because I'm still going to promote the next event. Phase number 4 is the next event. So you got to promote from event to event. Remember, the way that this business is ran, the way that this business is built. Listen, I want you all to imagine yourself every time you got on an airplane. If you haven't got on an airplane, just imagine how an airplane works, right? You get on an airplane. This business is just like an airplane. You start off, okay? You start off. A lot of people start off like this. An airplane, I'm telling you, an airplane would never get in the air if you start off slow. An airplane is at a position to where it has to give a max speed. It has to give 100% of itself to get to the level that they want to get to. I want to get to 7,000. I want to get to 8,000. I want to get to 10,000 feet in the air. If I got to get to 10,000 feet in the air, I got to give max speed. So here's the thing. When it's going up, it's giving all this power. This is this 90-day run. It's giving everything that it got. And then once it gets to a level, then it can chill out a little bit, okay? So you got to give all that you got while you got this time now, okay? Then you can chill out a little bit, and then you can just go on cruise control. So you still maintain, you still rocking a little bit, you still showing up at the meetings, but I'm telling you right now, it was a period where Mr. Austin Ghazi, he disappeared for 6 months and still came back as Chairman 100. I'm like, how does that even happen? Listen, people's like, we couldn't even find him. And dude is still at his rank. Because he understood the power of what he was doing. He understood the leverage of this company to where he could literally go out here and do whatever he wanted to do and come back and still like, oh, shoot. All right, I'm ready to start over again, right? I saw one of my favorite mentors. They said, I'm going to take a break. And I thought about it. I was like, dang, they can afford to take a break because they did one of these. They took off. So some of you all, you talking about you want to start slow. Don't start slow. Start fast. Figure it out as you go. You got trainers, you got people, you got coaches that's gonna coach you through. You be teachable and coachable as you want to go fast. I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth way more. Okay, at the end, it's gonna be worth it because you can tell a person how you did it. You can tell a person the mistakes. But if you do it slow, I'm telling you, you'll never get there. You'll never get in the air. The plane will never get in the air. See, when you get there, I can maintain, and we ain't never going back down. Okay, we're never going back down. Every person you get to a convention, it's $1,000 extra to your income. Whew. Drop a 3 in the chat. Drop a 3 in the chat. Y'all get me right. About to be 12. Sip of this water. Let's go. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this all night. See, here's the thing. You're going to learn as y'all go. I wasn't doing this a couple of months ago. I wish I was doing trainings like this, yo. Some of y'all been with me. I was like, man, why he wasn't doing this? I don't know, man. It comes with time. Listen, you got to take the focus off yourself. And you got to put it on others. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to take the focus off of yourself. Now, if you're talking about you want to go chairman, I'm going to share with you guys this chairman run that I'm on. I'm going to share with you guys exactly what I know is going to work. Some of you leaders, you all need to stay on this call because I'm going to show you guys something that I really believe that this is going to work. You know what I'm saying? And I try not to do things that's not efficient and effective. I don't try to do busy work anymore. I used to do busy work. Hello? I don't do busy work anymore, okay? Let me see if I can do something. See if I can do something. Y'all stay on. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, bet. All right. So look, and while you're in a position, you have to take the focus off of yourself, okay? So let me see if I can turn on my screen. Are you in a position? Watch this. You have to take the focus off of yourself, okay? So this is for leaders. You can choose to do this if you want, and I strongly suggest it. It allows you to become more effective at what you're doing and helping people. You got to make sure that what I did was I went to Dollar Tree and I said, you know what, I need to write down every. Need to know everybody. Y'all write this down. It's 69 cents. Okay, 69 cents for you to get it. Okay, I put the weekly track on here. Every person that's on here, ladies and gentlemen, is a platinum 600. Okay, it's more on the other side, but every person that's on here is a platinum 600. All right, now you can't hear me. Oh God, can you hear me? Oh, just that part. Get a poster board. Get a poster board. Even if you ain't got nobody yet, get a poster board. And everybody that joins your business, can you hear me now? Good God, can you drop a 1 if y'all can hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Oh, yes. Okay. So you get a poster board, right? Get a poster board. You're going to write everybody in your business. Right? Everybody in your business, right? Because it's going to get so big one day to where it's like, oh, you know, but you don't want to make it stressful. See, here's the thing. I'm not writing Platinum 600 to write Platinum 600. I'm writing Platinum 600. So number one, I can identify how am I going to get them to Platinum 1000. Okay.
So if you know anything about Platinum 1000, that's the leadership rank. So if I get that person to Platinum 1000, I got to know who's in their business that I can help them get to. See, if you know how to break down this business, you understand that a Platinum 1000 at least has about 2 Platinum 600s. Platinum 600s at least has 2 to 3 Platinum 150s. So you got to know how to break it down so you can start helping people, right? This is the business of helping people. That's how you get what you want, right? So who can I help get to $150 a month? Who can I help get to $600 a month, right? That's what you got to do. That's what's going to force you. That's what's going to drive you. That's one of the things that I'm telling you guys that's going to get you there. You need to make sure that you got your goals everywhere. You got some of the things that you want, right? You need to make sure that you're putting everybody that you want to hit, everybody that you want to be at a certain level, right? Jay, but how am I going to do it? All the people that I speak to, right? And I want to show you guys a little, another effective way. And I made sure this is my space. I'm protecting it. You can't come in my space because of what? I got it secured, okay? I got it secured. It's on point. All right, so let me switch this back. If you are in this business, and I'm telling you guys, I'm about to show you guys something that I know has been effective for me, and I know it's going to be effective for you all. And I tried it just my first week, and I know somebody said, scale your business, and it meant so much to me when they said, scale my business. So how can I scale my business? There's an app called Reach. Listen to me. There's an app called Reach. Right? Only hosts can share this meeting. Okay. There's an app called Reach. Hold on, guys. Write this down. There's an app called Reach. You got to make sure you're believing much bigger and much sooner. Also got to make sure that you're elevating. You have to elevate. You're not elevating. I'm telling you guys. You can't just say, I want to do this and that. And it doesn't work. There's an app called Reach. It looks just like this. Go ahead and screenshot that. App called Reach, okay? Now, what Reach does is y'all probably see these little weird messages that you get, but I'm telling you guys right now, it allows you to get, a lot of, what can I say? Allows you to get a lot of more effective messages out, okay? Allows you to get more effective messages, okay? So let's say I wanted to get Marquez. I wanted to go Mr. Marquez, right? If I want to say, if I want to help him get the Platinum 600, I'm going to say it's a private team call for him, right? I already got it mapped out of who I need to text. I already got it mapped out for myself. See, when you build this business and it gets bigger and bigger, you're going to have to get a little bit more effective. So I already mapped out, right? So I just say I want to text somebody, right? I want to send it out. Hey, look. Like, y'all know I really don't be sending out. I used to send it out one by one. And if you can't text 200 people, I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to get to 6 figures, okay? I got the coach's corner, right? We test out certain people one by one. Just lets me know. Boom. Who we going? Boom. Who we going? It just lets me know exactly what I need to do, okay? Reach is a really, really good app. Reach is a really great app, actually. It allowed me to text people, hey, look, get on this call, do this. Now for my leaders, I need y'all to do this. Make sure you're utilizing what we call your reminders, okay? Your reminders. Now, I know y'all seen a whole bunch of sticky notes everywhere. That's ineffective. That's very ineffective. I have a cellular device. I'm not always home. I want to be reminded certain things. So every Wednesday, understand that that's in the office day. Okay, I call it in the office day. So where I'm updating certain things in my back office, I'm writing down my dates. And the reason why you have to write down dates is because Sprint knows when your bill is going to cut off, right? Apple knows when your Apple subscription is going to cut off. So you need to make sure that you are the same way with your business, okay? So let's say that I have certain dates in place, right? If y'all see, everybody's in this person's business. everybody's in this person's business. I literally put what are the day that they got started with. I know those are the dates that they're going to literally go inactive, okay? I put that on there, and I also set a reminder. Those reminders are 3 days ahead of time. Those reminders are 3 days ahead of time. And it's going to let me know 3 days ahead, hey, you need to warn this person that, listen, if they're not 2 and free, or if they're not platinum 600 or whatever, they're going to get billed. You need to let this person know, okay? Or you need to find out, okay, if this person goes inactive, this person's that you're trying to help hit a rank is not going to hit a rank because this person goes inactive this day. It's a little bit easier than going through your back office, okay? And I already have it. See, I'm updating it every week. What does that mean? That means I'm not retyping it, right? These people aren't leaving my business every single week. So I'm continuing to add on, okay? I'm continuing to add on, even to my board, even to my list. I'm continuing to add on so I can make sure that I don't miss a person, okay? Now, let's say that I'm in a situation to where I just got off a 3A with a person. I'm on a 3A with a person. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're talking about here is, you're in a situation where I could just press my home button, tell Siri, hey, look, set a reminder that I need to talk to Maurice Spooner, Mr. Cow's person, on 6/30/20, and here's her number attached. See, we're going to have so much momentum in this business, but we have to be more effective, okay? We have to be more effective, and I believe the fastest way to be effective is to utilize the technology that we have. You know, Reminder is a free app, and I don't know why we wasn't using it. You know, we got Let's Person. Let's Person wants to get started. That's her number attached, 618. I need to give her a call, 618. What's going to happen? It's literally going to appear on my phone. Okay, it's literally going to appear right here, as you see, on my phone. That day that I wake up, I'm going to see my reminders. Oh, I need to talk to this person. See, sometimes you forget because you got these long lists, and it's pretty much everywhere. So I got to update it. So if you all are talking about you want to build this thing, make sure you do your due dates first. Okay, so I got to do my due date. I'm not going to go to sleep till I do my due dates tonight, and I wrote it all the way out. So all I got to do is just input it in. And if it changes every Wednesday, I'm changing it because it's work day. Okay, so you got to make sure you're doing that kind of stuff. So for my leaders on here, you definitely understand, how effective that would definitely be, because it would definitely help you out. All right, so let me switch the call to another person. Make host. All right, how many of y'all thought that was effective? A little bit easy, not doing all the extra stuff. I try not to be as extra. Try to keep it as simple as possible. For the leaders, definitely let me know if that's something that you believe that you could work with. Especially when it comes down to prospects, when it comes down to having all the extra stuff, when it comes down to writing the boards, that's just what I use, to make sure I'm keeping track and I'm calling everybody that I need to call, or if I forget a name, or every time I wake up, I see these are the people that's counting on me to, go harder every single day. So I make sure I actually write these names down to be more effective and more efficient. And to end this call, okay, make sure you understand that this is not an addiction. This is you being committed. You understand that you want to at least get 20 people a month signed up in your business. You want to launch 20 people every month. You want to make sure you're getting 20 no's a day, and make sure that you're staying effective. You're staying persistent. And a lot of people tell me, why don't you spend a lot of time with this person in your family, or why don't you do certain things like this? And a lot of people say God, family, business. And I put family, God is always first, but I always put family and business together, because I can't provide for the people that I love if I'm not in a position in my business. You know what I'm saying? It will really, really hurt to where I needed an amount of money in order for this person to live, or I need an amount of money to, my family get locked up a lot. So I got to bail them out of jail, So I have to put them on the same field. So I might have to make sacrifices. Okay. You all might have to make sacrifices. Okay. And it's going to be worth it. Sacrifice. I forgot what Marquez posted today, but you got to sacrifice
some of the things today, so what you love won't eventually be a sacrifice tomorrow. That's what you want to do. All right, to end this call, make sure that you got your goals everywhere. You got goals everywhere that you utilize in your phone. You utilize your reminders. You utilize your Remind app and all of these different things. You get these posters. Get those posters from Dollar Tree. They're 69 cents. Okay, they're 69 cents from Dollar Tree. And you got to change what you're seeing, change what you're hearing. Go on these 90-day runs. Go look up, if you never completed something, you never put your all into something your whole life. This is something that I would say is fun. I love this building stuff. It's literally fun. It's literally fun watching people grow. Check your back office every Wednesday. I don't even care if you got one person in your business. Continue to keep checking your back office every Wednesday and updating your back office. Reach out to your people. Don't just be on that text and stuff. Call people. Let people know that your voice is powerful, that you can speak to them, and celebrate others. That's the biggest one. Celebrate others. If you see a person hit chairman before you do, celebrate them. Okay, celebrate them, because it's eventually going to come. Okay, so if you know that you're doing the same as that thing and you could get there, the way that God works, he doesn't take it from one person and give it to the other. You could all be in the same realm. And that's what I love about this industry. Okay. So shout out to each and every last one of y'all that stuck. You stuck the way. You all took, you took the pain of listening to my voice. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you guys, you follow that. You follow everything that we got going on, what we just went over. You're going to be absolutely successful. Chairman is definitely going to be done. I'm not going to stop until we get these chairmen. So chairman 25, September 23rd, chairman 50, December 31st. It's already done. So let's see who's going to be the chairman that's going to come, because I have to help y'all hit chairman in order for me to get chairman as well. So I see it. I see it's happening, yo. I see it's happening. So I love you guys to the fullest. And if you got any questions, please let me know. I'm about to call some of you guys right now. And I'll see you guys at the top. Okay.